So Jacob, what's your major?
I'm a mechanical engineering major.
Mechanical engineering.
hmm
Cool. First year, second year,
I'm a
third
first
year,
year. Yep,
first year.
first year.
All first year.
Yep.
Very nice.
hmm
So what got you into mechanical engineering?
Um, I would say I've always sort of liked science, you know. Ever since I was a little kid, I always liked science and also math, you know.
Yep.
And then in my junior year of high school, I took physics, and it was a challenging class, you know. But I
Yeah.
really liked it. I thought it was interesting, and I liked the material. So then I was wondering what majors and what careers dealt with that sort of stuff. And this was one of the ones that, have like a lot of STEM, science, technology,
Yeah.
engineering, math work. And I was like, okay, I mean, it sounds interesting, so I sort of signed up.
Cool. Were you in the like Lego League where you did the Lego
No,
bots and
we
stuff?
didn't have that at our school.
There was like a sort of class, but it was
It was like a class, but we didn't have like a club or anything, which I think would have been cool. But
Yeah. Are you guys from the same hometown?
yeah, we all are. We're all from Brookings.
Oh,
Actually,
from down
yeah.
here. Yeah.
hmm
So not too far. Are you staying on campus or are you staying at home?
Adam's staying at
at
home.
Yeah.
I'm staying on campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Campus life.
hmm
Very nice. Yeah, so was there anything in particular that you think other people should believe that you believe, and maybe you hold the answer and somebody else doesn't, and you're like, if only they thought this.
Yeah. Well, I think I got a few things like that. I feel like that. I think like one thing that I see a lot is like I feel like a lot of times people should sort of put other people before themselves, but I think a lot of time people put themselves, before anything else. You know what I'm saying? And so that's something that I really think a lot of people don't sort of maybe do that I think is something people should do.
Okay. So what would the outcome of that be if
So yeah, if everybody put other people before themselves
yeah.
sort of. So yeah, so I think I had a good analogy once that I don't know where I heard this from, but it was like a teacher, right? He had like his students, and he had 100 balloons out in the hallway, and he had like a certain time period. I think it was like a minute or something, and he was like, all right, all of these balloons, all of your guys' names are on these balloons somewhere. And he's like, all right, guys, so go find your name on these balloons. He like scattered them throughout the hallway, like just imagine
Yeah.
like a hallway filled with balloons, like you're walking and like you're kicking balloons, you know, and the minute was up or whatever it was, and like nobody found their balloon, right? And then he was like, all right, guys, now this time we're gonna do it again, but if you see a balloon with someone's name and you know them, right, and you see them near you, try giving them that balloon, right? And I think it was like they said like everybody got their balloon like before the 1 minute was up at the end of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that sort of like illustrates like the idea pretty well, of like how it can just like work a lot better, and yeah, so I think that's like a good way to sort of illustrate it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have you dream a little bit here. Would there be any time that you can think of that putting somebody else first could be detrimental?
Yeah, I think it's something like if you think about it, like you should always sort of like prioritize the needs of people as a whole, right? Because it's sort of like, if you're prioritizing the needs of everybody, then it's like, you are also a person. You know what I'm saying? Because I think there's times where if you take that idea to like the max, right? You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, all right, I gotta always, put everyone's needs before my own. Like, there's a lot of times where you could get burnt out as a person. You know what I mean? Or like you could be missing out on your own needs and just sort of forget about it, right? Like if you're like, okay, I'm gonna work super hard so that everybody is like fed and like doing well, and then at the end of the day, like you sit down and you're like, I don't have any food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And if everybody did that, what would the world look like?
if everybody, see, I think that's the thing. Like if everybody was doing that, then everybody would sort of be taken care of. You know what I mean?
But would people take care of themselves?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Or
they
I mean, in
I
the
guess,
scenario, in the specific scenario, you said the danger is I could burn out, and then I'm not taking care of
yeah,
myself.
yeah,
So if we extend that all the way out and go, everybody's doing this
yeah.
now, nobody's taking care of themselves. What's the world look like?
Yeah, I think, if you think of it like, think of it like you got like a bunch of points, you know what I mean? And you have a circle, right? And all these points are in a circle, right? and they all have like sort of arrows, some people, if you think about it, like that arrow could be pointing towards you, you know what I mean, or it could just be not pointing towards anyone else, or it could be pointing towards someone. You're like, okay, and the arrow like represents, taking care of this person, or helping
Yeah.
this person, right? And so the arrow is like pointing at one other person, but some people's aren't. Like there's going to be, not every circle is going to be getting an arrow maybe pointing at it, you know what I mean? But if every circle, like you just say, blink to the person to the right of you, or if every arrow is like pointing at the other circles, you know what I mean, then every circle is going to have an
Yeah.
arrow to it. So I think that's the thing, is like it maybe it doesn't work if like only one person is doing this ideal, but if everybody is, then it theoretically, like everyone would be taken care of,
Oh, yeah, so
Yeah.
they just-
Theoretically.
yeah, theoretically.
Yeah.
I guess that's the problem.
oh, man,
Yeah.
that's
So-
something that you-
So I'm hearing that there might be a shortcoming of everybody doing that all the time, or not necessarily.
I think as long as you think of yourself as like a person, and like I think like sort of putting your own needs before yourself, or like putting the needs of others, like to be selfless is important, you know what I mean? But like you have to also think of yourself as someone to take care of. if that makes
Self-care.
sense. Yeah. Which I guess is sort of contradictory saying that, but
Yeah. It is, but it isn't. I
Yeah.
mean, it's good. I think this is a great little interview.
yes.
Did you? So it sounds like you said you thought about a few things a little bit differently.
Mhm.
So what's your main takeaway of why you think, or what are you thinking differently about now?
I would say like my takeaway is like I think it's important to put others before
Just like
yourself
that
when you're able to take care of
just like
yourself.
the study.
When,
know,
okay.
I would put that little tag on the end to make sure that you're always, in a good spot yourself.
Good.
But-
Yeah, I like that. Right. Any other questions for me?
What's the YouTube channel name?
Well, it'll be on David's channel. It's called
Okay.
Sound Epistemology,
Okay.
and so David's been traveling around the U.S. This is a second loop around the U.S.
Mhm.
and just helping people set up and do interviews like this. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
well, Jacob, that's quick and easy.
Yes.
Great talking to you.
Yes. Great talking to you too.
Yeah, good. I'm glad we helped
Do you believe, David?
think about that a little
Yes.
more.
I
So,
thought it was good.
good.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
All right, thanks.
Do you believe? I don't know what I believe. Yeah, I gotta think of one. That's a good one.
Spell your name for me.
Adelie.
A-L-E-L-I-E.
Elie.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you.
It's a lot.
So, Ailey,
Yeah.
very nice. Kevin,
That's it.
nice to meet you.